Hello, YouTubers, beer geeks, and beer hounds alike. Bill here. We're going to do a beer revisit. Okay, this is a primo beer right here. Sorry about the background noise. Got the AC going. It's hot today. It's pumping at 79 degrees. It's still pumping away there, but that's cool. So I've had this one. It was a while ago when I reviewed it. I think it's due for a review, another review, revisit, whatever you want to call it. And this is ultra fresh, canned on 8/2/23. So it's a couple weeks old already. They just got it in Total Wine and More, and it's already like, you know, 3 weeks, couple over 2 weeks old. So, the beer's sitting somewhere. I don't know where, but it's sitting somewhere for a couple weeks. This is by Avery Brewing from Boulder, Colorado. It's their Maharaja IPA coming in at 10% alcohol by volume. I picked up 6 12-ounce cans of this at Total Wine and More for like 17 bucks out the door. Okay, this is what the can looks like. I can tell you right now, just from my past experience with this beer, it's a really tasty beer. It's one of my favorites of all time. I just thought it was worthy for a revisit, and that's what we're going to do right now. So let's get this puppy in the glass, get a thumbnail going, and see if it still can hold its own in the new world. All right, quick little thumbnail action here. All right, it's handled. Get the tweaker light off there. So I poured it really soft. It's nice, pillowy, frothy, silky, creamy head. Looks really nice. And we have a slightly haze, like copper color, or like a dark amber. Slight haze to it. Looks like an OG beer. Check out the aroma on this puppy after we look at it one more time. You can't see through it, you know. Okay. It's kind of got like a piney, dirty feet kind of note right up front. Slight floralness, maybe a little earthiness. Smells like like a kind of dirty, funky, dirty feet kind of pininess. Yeah, let's check it out. Cheers. Wow, it's got some punch to it. That's for sure. It's got a lot of bitterness. I mean, this puppy's pretty fresh too. This is an OG beer. They've been making this for a minute. Okay, big earthy notes coming through. Big earthy notes. Almost to that garlic oniony kind of. Big maltiness. Big 10% or two. No booziness at all. So it's a very well made beer. It's got a kind of It's like Sierra Nevada torpedo, atomic torpedo on steroids. Kind of has that vibe to it. Kind of earthy, piney, earthy kind of vibe. Pretty much how I remembered it. Yep. I'm a. You know what? I've been getting some really good beers lately, and these beers like used to be my favorite. Man, these used to be like the shit. The what was happening. Like these were the top shelf, like awesome beers around here. And to be honest, man, the market is flooded with so many new breweries making some amazing beers. Hazies, New England styles, even the West Coast styles have like really advanced. Like I would consider this a Westie. So they've really advanced a lot since these guys have been making this beer. And I think my taste buds have changed. I've gotten spoiled with better beers, with breweries making new styles, new making new ground with craft beers and IPAs and stuff. They're making a lot of new ground, a lot of headway. Um, Not to take away from this beer, this is still a great beer, but I'm just saying, like a lot of newer breweries, they're kind of smoking these guys with this old one here, and I haven't seen nothing from Avery new that's like really like modern type IPA. But this is still a good IPA. Don't get me wrong, but it's an old school recipe, and it's just pretty much getting its ass kicked these days. I'm getting spoiled. Okay, so but if you go back 10 years, this would be the this would be the bomb, the shizness. Yeah, really the big earthy notes. Right, it's not tropical, it's not juicy. It's just more like Sierra Nevada, pale ale or torpedo, just on like quad style. That's what it's like. Still a great beer though, but for what I paid for it, it's losing its it's losing its ground a little bit. I think old Maharaja, you know, nice lacing on the glass though. But this is the reason why I like to revisit beers because I like to gauge some of my old favorites, gauge it to what's out now, like from these newer breweries like Brewery X and all these breweries, like Revisions and Made West and brew, the brewery offshoot, all these guys what they're making compared to these OG beers and old Maharaja, man, kind of getting its ass handed to it lately. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, this is a really nice beer, but there's it's got a lot more competition now. Okay, put it that way, and it's kind of getting its ass kicked. Comparing this to what I've been drinking lately, yeah, there's some stiff competition, man. Maharaja used to beat up on all the other beers, but not these days. That old like Maharaja's reign is kind of coming to an end. It seems like in my book, at least for my taste buds. This is a heavy hitting beer too. It's a heavy hitter, and it's just like old Larry Holmes or something. This is Larry Holmes. He was really good at one time, but he just kind of got to start getting his ass kicked, or like George Foreman. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not the Mike Tyson anymore. Yeah, just huge earthy notes, very slight, little dirty feet. Not too much pine anymore. It's more of an earthy beer, kind of like Hop Stupid kind of was. Lagunitas Hop Stupid. But it's got a killer malt backbone. Look at that. But it's got a lot of bitterness on the back end too. So, it's definitely not a tropical fruity type beer. It's more of a earthy, slightly piney, really high IBU, really high alcohol, killer malt backbone. But if you're into like juicies and hazies, that tropical fruity note, you're probably not going to enjoy this that much. If you're into Hop Stupid, whenever when they used to make that one, or like a real earthy type, like Atomic, Sierra Nevada, you know, Atomic Torpedo. You might like this one too. So I'm gonna swirl it one more time. I'll wrap it up and give it a rescore. Cheers. Still a great beer though. It really is. A lot of punch for the money too. If you're looking to get your buzz on, the old Maharaja still has that. I mean, it's still a one punch knockout beer. But if you're looking for the flavor and the fruity and all that stuff, it's just not there compared to modern beers. So with that said, I'm gonna give old Maharaja 4.4 out of 5 stars. It's not really my jam anymore. Still a great beer, but it's just not Beerhound's jam anymore. Doubt it will ever will be. But out of respect for the old OG Maharaja, I thought I'd give her one more go, and that's what I got, 4.4. So thank you for stopping by. Hit like, subscribe, you know the deal, the little bell. And any of these notes I mentioned sound like something you might like. Some people love that earthy stuff, you know. Go for it, man. This will be right up your alley if that's what you like. So you have a great day. We'll catch you later. Cheers.